Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I need to get ready because I need to glow up. I have work today and then after work I am off to go and see my boyfriend, and I just need to sort myself out a little bit, including the hair that I have still not brushed yet today. I honestly think we're gonna leave hair till last. I'm gonna crack on with my makeup first. As you can see, I have quite the friend who has appeared, so I'm just gonna wipe over my face with micellar water. I did just get out of the shower and I washed my face. But I just love the way my makeup sits when I use this micellar water. It's like oil based. And then I'm gonna use the Simple Glow and Brightening Cream as my moisturizer today. I usually absolutely love using this moisturizer on my face, but it's a very heavy and thick moisturizer because obviously it's meant for your body. So I like to use this one in the evening rather than before my makeup, otherwise it all just gets a little bit, I don't know, I guess too thick. So this one's just really lightweight, and I find my makeup sits really nicely on top of this one. It's like a gel. You can tell it just kind of makes my skin really shiny and hydrated. I do love this one. I'm gonna take these two products together, mix them together and use that as my base. And I just want to talk about like compliments, right? I think that there's a certain level to how you should compliment somebody. I think a lot of compliments are so backhanded without people realising. Like, I'll give you a few examples. I believe if somebody that you know has been on like a weight loss journey or something, then, or they're kind of like going through an illness that's causing them to lose weight, and then you say something like, oh, you look so good now you've lost so much weight. That is the worst compliment I think I have ever heard. Like, it's so backhanded. So you're basically saying that they didn't look good before they lost the weight. And it's the same if like someone's been on like a skin healing journey. Oh, you look so good now that your skin's cleared up. I just think it's so backhanded and it's just nasty. And like, you might have really good intentions, you might not be meaning anything bad by it, but that can be taken so badly. And like I said, it goes for anything like that, there's just the backhanded comments just need to stop. There's no harm in a compliment like, oh, your skin looks so good. That's fine, that's a lovely compliment. But adding on that now you've cleared up your acne, I'm not saying this because this has happened to me recently. I'm saying this because I work in customer service, so I hear a lot of conversations throughout the day. I'm around a lot of people and I hear these things, like I just overhear them and I'm there thinking, like, what? Like, I just think it's so rude. And also, going off of that, can we actually start treating retail, customer service, hospitality, anyone kind of in those industries of service, can we actually start treating them like they are humans and not robots? Because honestly, the way that people treat these workers is disgusting, and half of the time it's middle-aged grown men against the younger girls. I've had wine chucked at me, I've had batteries chucked at my face, all because I was, say, following company policy, or you know what I mean, like I wasn't outwardly being a bitch, I was just doing my job. And every single time that I've had something like this happen, it's been a grown man. I very recently had a plant taken off the shelf and chucked at me because this person had to use the self-checkouts because they didn't want to wait in the queue for the main tills, which isn't my fault that patience doesn't exist, and it wasn't a busy day. And I had a full-on tantrum from a grown man who chucked a plant at me, and his wife was shouting at him, telling him to just get in the car and wait. It was honestly something else. And like, bearing in mind, these men are obviously like triple my size. Like, I'm a short young girl and I have the most amazing colleagues. Like, I would never feel intimidated in a way that I was like fearful, but it's just like the principle of it. And I think obviously when I was new into a customer service role, this used to affect me so much more than it does now. Like, I kind of can just brush it off and unfortunately say that I'm used to it. But when I first started out, like, they used to frighten the hell out of me, and I was like, genuinely, how can someone treat another human being like this? But it's just insane. But you do realise that a lot of the things that you believe are going wrong with companies these days, their staffing, everything, you do realise the people that work these roles also are living through the nightmare. You do realise that we don't want it this way, because this way means that we get shouted at more. I did not come to work today to get shouted at and harassed. I came to work to earn my money. And I know we're really topic bouncing right now, but that's just me. Also, we're gonna get a little bit like deep, I guess, for me right now. I'm not even gonna cover that spot just because I know that the concealer's just gonna crack around it and then I'll be more stressed. But I don't know if other people can kind of relate to this, but I live every single day just believing that I'm just too much. And it doesn't get me down every day, but then I have moments where I will literally not speak to anyone because I feel like everyone thinks I'm really annoying and that I'm too much. I have a very, very hyper personality. Not even always just hyper, but just I'm very talkative. I'm just always kind of happy, I guess. Chronic oversharer. Like, I just really struggle to turn myself off. I don't have a volume button. Like, I don't even realise that I'm like shouting until someone says it to me. But I've never had anyone kind of say anything about it. I've never had anyone kind of bring me down about it. If anything, people bring me up about it, like lift me up. But I just think in my own head personally, I really overthink how I am as a person, because I get a lot of people like at work saying to me that like I'm just really fun to be around and etc, etc. And I'm not trying to toot my own trumpet here, because no matter if people tell me that, I will always think that I'm just so annoying. Like, people just think, oh my god, she's here, like, do you know what I mean? And like I said, not that I've had a bad experience necessarily of somebody telling me that, I just always feel like that. But I know I shouldn't stress about it because it's just who I am as a person. Not everybody has to like me or is going to like me, and that's completely fine. I also just feel like it's kind of for my own sanity as well. Like, I don't want to be this hyperactive all of the time. Like, it's draining for myself. Like, for everybody, it's more draining for me than anybody else because I can't escape myself. Like, I could genuinely make a conversation with like a brick wall for like 3 hours. Like, and I know I kind of don't come across as someone that's really hyperactive in my videos. I think obviously because, well, I don't know, because this is something that calms me. Like, I find making these videos, everything else just kind of stops and I can solely focus on them. So like, this is like the chilled kind of version of me, and that's why I think I really, really enjoy making the videos, because this feels just like a really good break for my own mental well-being. Because the second that I'm not doing this, I'm bouncing around again and I am always injuring myself. I need to wrap my hand up after this because I need to basically stop the use of it that much. And like, I can use it, as you can see. Also, I'm actually looking to do my makeup, by the way, if it looks like I'm looking somewhere else. But yeah, so I can use my hand for certain kind of tasks. Like, this is fine, it's very lightweight movement. I can do my makeup and I can do like my hair, but yeah, so I can use my hand, but when it kind of comes to lifting things that are like heavier than this or something, my hand is in pure agony. Like, and I can't make a fist, so I can do things with my hand. These knuckles are absolutely fine, like I can do things, but the up here, it's in these two fingers and my thumb, I can't make a fist, and then I can't lift anything heavy because of the pain. Unreal. But I don't know kind of what that's linked to. I'm just saying in general that because I'm always kind of bouncing around, I'm always injuring myself. But yeah, enough on that. It's just that I know I'll be going into work today and I'm just gonna be I just feel like I'm just too much for people, and like I said, I've never had anybody say this to me. In fact, I've only ever actually had people say good things about being in my company, but I think it's just it's just a me thing, getting myself down. And I just kind of wanted to know if anyone else ever feels like that, because that's something that someone else kind of goes through. And honestly, I don't even know if like half of that made sense. I'm just kind of rambling. But that's kind of what I mean. Like, my mind is a million miles an hour, so half the time my stories will probably jump from like one thing to another, and I just won't make sense. Another thing about me, I don't know why this is like turned into like facts about me, but I'm an extremely opinionated person. So I really struggle in times where I probably shouldn't give my opinion. I really struggle to not give my opinion. And I'm not talking about like someone else's drama, I'm just talking about like politics or something, you know. Like, obviously there's plenty other things, but it's just the first thing that came to my mind. Like, I have to share my opinion. Like, I just feel like I always have such strong opinions on everything, like, and I kind of hyperfixate on things, and that's why my opinions get so strong, because I don't know, I'm just like fixated on it. And like, for example, somebody is, say like one of my sisters do something that I don't think is correct, then they'll know about it. Like, I'm that opinionated. Like, I will basically become their mother real quick. And I have 2 younger sisters, so I also have an older brother, but I'd say I'm the older sibling. Brother is the complete opposite. He's extremely chilled and laid back, whereas I'm the complete opposite. I will literally stand on business till I die. I still haven't been to the shop and got my actual favourite lip liner, but this will do. This is the Kylie Cosmetics one. I think it's a neutral, barely natural, or barely there. Comes naturally. I also just realised that I got so into talking that I completely forgot to tell you actually the products that I was using. But I do have an actual makeup routine on my channel, which I do talk about every single product. So if you are interested on what products I did use, then you can head over to there. But that is the makeup done. I need to figure out what on earth to do with this hair, because it's not very socially acceptable, and it's on like 2nd day wash, and I don't have any dry shampoo, so I think it's gonna have to go up. And when my hair goes up, it calls for one thing and one thing only, and that's a slick back. So I've moved you a little bit just so that you can see my hair a little bit better. My slick backs, honestly, they're not very complicated. I don't tie and retie things. I literally just chuck it up pretty much. But I do have a little hack for you on how I get my slick backs to slick back. And like, I feel like I haven't really seen that many people talk about this. I know there's products that are very similar to my hack, but this is the cheapest way to do it. I'm kind of deciding between a bun and a ponytail slick back today. I think I've been doing a bun a lot recently. By the way, I always wear my hair up. It's the rare occasion that you'll see my hair not slick back. I've been doing the bun a lot, so I think I might do the ponytail. It's only because I have really, really thin hair, which I have touched on quite a few times. So actually, I feel like the ponytail kind of sticks out the back of my head weird. But I don't know if that's just like my own little insecurity, but I'm just basically brushing into the position that I want the ponytail to be, and like I said, because my hair's really thin, my hair splits a lot, so this can take me a hot sec. And then I'm just gonna grab my hair tie. I'll show you what I mean by like my ponytail just kind of sticks out because it's thin. But anyway, so like I said, this is literally like a 3-step thick bag. I grab just a spoolie, literally the cheapest item ever. And what I kind of meant was, like, I know people have like the gel ones that are like this, but honestly, get yourself just a plain normal spoolie and it is so smooth. and I find them a lot more manageable to use than the big slick back brushes. I don't know whether that's just me, but this is just the way that I've always done my slick backs. And I kind of like the top of my slick backs to be a little bit messy. I don't like it to be completely cinched, but the sides I do. So I just kind of only do this on the sides. I have a really big forehead, so I like to kind of take down some hair here, like this. And so I like to just take down some hair like this and just create like a, what are they called? Like an edge. I'm not. Just to cover my big forehead, and then I will just even it out. My hairline is worse on that side. Like, I don't feel like I'd need to do it on this side, but obviously I want it to be even, so I just take a little bit on this side, and then literally the cheapest hairspray that I can find at the time, spray it, and boom. The birds are going crazy outside today. But yeah, so that is the slick back done, and that basically means that I am now ready. And I know this video was kind of pretty random. Like, I know I just kind of spoke absolute nonsense the entire time, but I do hope that you enjoyed it, and I would love to see you subscribe so that I can see you in my next video.